Morning, students. Today we will discuss the continuation of yesterday's class, that is termination of agencies. And yesterday we have discussed about rectifications and creation of agencies, a different way of creation of agencies, like agency by expressed agreement, by implication, by holding out, and by estoppels, by ratification, etc. And we have discussed ratification, what is ratifications, and what are the essentials of ratifications. Today we will discuss about how a contract of agencies or an agency can be terminated, or how can we avoid or we can terminate the relationship between contractual relationship between two parties in case of agencies. Say one of the way of termination of agency is by act of the parties, by their own conduct of the parties. When I say conduct of the parties, both the agent and the principal, by doing certain activities, they can terminate their contractual relationship. Say the first way is by mutual agreement. They make a mutual agreement. Actually, they make a mutual agreement to create an agency. Like that, they create another agreement to terminate the contractual relationship. That is by agreement. Number two, by revocation by principle. Say if the principal revocate the contract or terminate the contractual relationship, and the principal says, yes, you stop it, I don't want any more agent. And if the principal terminate the contractual relationship, then the contract is over. Then by renunciation of agency, this is just opposite of the second point. The agent says, sir, I cannot be your agent, let me stop being your agent. Then also the contractual relationship will be terminated. So by the act of the party, either they both party by making an agreement, they can terminate agreement that from here onwards there is no contractual relationship such and such, they sign it. Or by principal saying that you stop being my agent, or the agent says that I cannot be your agent anymore. So in these three ways the agency can be terminated. And number two is by operation of law. When we say operation of law, by the law taking its courses, the contract will be terminated. Number one is there are different ways of termination of contract by operation of law. Number one is by completion of the business of the agency. Say there was a contract of agency relationship and it was for the 3 years, and the 3 years business over. So the business of contract of agency is over, so it is automatically terminated. Or by expiry of time. Suppose, as I said, this it was for 3 years or 4 years. After 4 years, that time expired, so the relationship between two parties will be over. Then by destructions of the subject matter of agencies. Suppose one person was appointed another person as an agent to rent a car, but that particular car is totally destroyed, then that there is no contract anymore, because the subject matter of the contract is destroyed, the car is destroyed. So this person was appointed by the principal to rent a car to any person or to any third person, but car met an accident and totally it totally destroyed. So there is no subject matter of the contract anymore, so the contractual relationship is terminated. Then by insolvency of the principal, if principal become insolvent, the contract become terminated, and the agency will be terminated. Then death or insanity of the principal or agent, either agent died or principal died, or agent become insane or principal become insane. Then insolvency of dissolution of the company. Say the company dissolved or wound up. Suppose if a company wound up, then the contractual relationship, relationship between that particular company and any agencies. For example, I've taken a agency of a chapel manufacturing company. So I've been supplying the chapels for long years. But all of a sudden the company wound up. So what can I do is, the company, as the company wind up, or the partnership wind up, dissolve the partnership, dissolve the company, automatically any contractual relation between that particular company and the agent will be automatically terminated. Then the principal become alien enemy. Alien enemy, that we have already discussed in the previous class. When any country is a citizen of any country, they are waging war with India during the war period. I am very clear, underline, during the war period, the contractual termination, the agency contract will be automatically terminated. Then the sub-agent, if agent's authority is terminated, the authority of the sub-agent also will be terminated. When agent's authority terminated, automatically the sub-agent's authority, because it is delegated, the authority of the agent is delegated from the principal. And if the principal cut, it is like cutting the electricity from the transformer. We cut the electricity from the transformer, the power from that entire area will be cut. Like when we cut the authority of the agent, the entire authority of the agent will be cut, automatically the sub-agent will be cut. So these are the ways of termination of agencies. Now we will go to very important point, that is different types of agent. This is very important for exam point of view and for any other purpose. You need to understand what are the different types of agencies that can be created. Number one is general agent. General agent is an agent who has a full authority to act in all the matters concerning the trade or a profession. Has a full authority. So he acts as an agent or like a secretary or a PA. He will do all the activities of the principal. So it's not for one particular purpose. Say today doing one activity and tomorrow another activity, day after tomorrow they do another activity. So whatever an agent principal can do, this particular agent can do with the full authority, because he is appointed as a for full authority, has to act in all the matters concerning the trade or a profession. Number two is a special agent. Say special agent is a person who is specially appointed for a particular purpose. Say for example, I am appointing one of my friend as an agent to sell one of the land I have in Mumbai city. Say there is one particular land and I am appointing one person to sell only that particular land. Then that can be called special agencies or special agent. Then universal agent. Universal agent is a person whose authority is unlimited and he cannot do anything for his and he can do anything for his principles, which is legal as well as agreeable to the law of the land. Say, as I said, in case of a general agent, he may have authority, but it is a bit limited. But in case of universal agent, this person has a full authority or unlimited authority and can do anything for his principal, which is legal. And universal agent can do anything on behalf of the principal. And he has unlimited, tremendous authority to do any act. It is beyond the power of even the general agents. Now we are going to discuss very important aspects of the agency, that is mercantile agents. Actually, mercantile agents are also called commercial agents. You can note it down. They are also called commercial agents. Say these are the agents used for the purpose of trade and commerce. That is why it's called commercial agents. They are specifically or specially used for the purpose of commerce purpose. So, uh, as I said, mercantile agents are a person having authority either to sell goods or to consign goods or to raise money on the security of goods. Mercantile agents are a person who has authority either to sell goods or to consign goods, consignment of goods, or to raise money on the security of goods can be called a mercantile agent. The first one is auctioneer. You know what is the process of auctioning? Say, actually, we people are not familiar with the auctioning process. Some of the market, special markets, say there are market for potato, there are market for chilies, there are market for vegetables. In Coimbatore, if you go, you will find a market for all the potato, tomato, like a vegetable market. Some of the areas of part of our country, like if you go to Ludhiana, you'll get woolen market. You get all woolen items and woolen clothes. Say some part of other part of the country you get cotton. Some other part of the country you get chilies. In Cochin you get the auction market for pepper and spices auction market. So all the spices from this country, especially the state of Kerala, will come to Cochin, and there are people they are specialized in auctioning. So the retailers or the farmers will appoint this person act as a auctioneers to auction their product. So auctioneers are the people they auction their the goods. Is auctioneer is one who is authorized to sell goods. Auctioneer is one who is authorized to sell goods for his principal by auction. So he will get a remuneration. As you know, the auctioneer will get a remuneration for his is not getting a commission, but he get a remuneration for the purpose of auctioning. Number two is a broker. Broker, as you know, is a person who is appointed for the purpose of negotiation and make a contract either to sell or buy a goods. A broker is an agent who is appointed to negotiate and to make contract either to buy or sell a goods. Is an agent who is appointed to negotiate and make a contract either to buy or sell goods. So this word is very common to us because when we used to use marriage brokers and land selling brokers, etc. So brokers are people, they are like intermediaries between the buyers and sellers, and they help us to reach an agreement between the buyers and sellers in terms of price. Say they're basically looking into the price, and they act as a mediator between the buyers and sellers for the purpose of reaching in agreement for a price. That is the duty of a brokers. Is now it is now is the factors. Factor is an agent who is entrusted with the possession of the goods for the purpose of sale and in his respect. So the factor is also a broker. But what is the basic difference between the factor and broker is the factor will have a possession of the goods, but the broker will not have the possession of the goods. That is the basic difference. Say factor is also a broker, but factor will have the possession of goods, but broker will not have a possession of the goods. Say when we say a land broker, he will not possess the goods. He will not take any document of the land. He will bring the people to us and he will talk to us and he will talk to this the counterparty and will reach into a price, and if the sale is deal is okay, done. His duty over, get the commission for that. But factors, usually the factors are appointed for movable goods, but brokers are usually appointed for immovable goods. Then yes, the fourth one is del creditor agent. Del creditor agent. What is a del creditor agent? Just before going to understanding this particular concept, please look into a broker's position. A broker usually will not have any responsibility or liability of non-payment by the parties. So he will not take any responsibility of the failure of any parties. Suppose I purchase a land and the other party and is selling a land. So when I have to pay the money to the other parties. Suppose A and B, A sell a land to B, so B has to pay money to A. But if B failed to perform or failed to pay the money to Mr. A, broker have no responsibility at all. But here, the del creditor agent have the responsibility. Del creditor agent has the responsibility of the failure. That kind of agency is called a del creditor agencies. He get extra commission because he is taking an extra risk. This is an extra risk because if the seller or the purchaser is not paying the money or making default in payment of money, it is a responsibility of the del creditor agent to pay. So he take an extra risk, so he has to get an extra commissions. Now, I think you understood what is del creditor agent. Del creditor agent is a person who undertake an extra risk of default in payment of money by either parties. Say, as I said, I'm selling a land to another person, so that person has to give me money. If that particular person fail to pay money to me, it is a responsibility of the del creditor agent to pay money. So he take an extra risk in that. Next is a banker. You know who is a banker? Banker is a person who give us loan, etc. But sometimes there are the agency functions of the bank. You would have studied the functions of the commercial bank. There are agency functions. Say as an agency function, they collect money, collect rent, collect interest on behalf of the principal, or payment of rent, dividend, interest, etc. Payment of tax, so many agency functions are done by the commercial bank. So when a banker become agent of, when a bank do the functions of agency or agency functions, that time banker will step into the shoe of agents. Say you are the customer of a bank. Definitely there is no question at all. You are the customer of a bank. But sometime banker will act as your agent. Say if bank you want bank to collect a rent from the house, you have a flat. You own 100 flat in a particular locality. You want to collect the rent from that particular land. You cannot do it directly. You can appoint a bank as an agent on behalf of you, and bank can collect it. So at that time, bank will step into the shoe of agent. Then commission agent, who will secure buy or sell goods for only is commissions. Say this is a very common agency, they buy or sell goods on for a commission. Say these are the agency we used to take like commercial agencies. Say those people, they sell the goods for commission. They take goods and sell goods for commission. It's called a commission agent. Then The fifth category is non-mercantile agent. Is non-mercantile agents are the agents. They are basically engaged in negotiation of buy and sell of immovable properties. They are not engaged in movable properties activities or buy and sell of movable goods. So like non-mercantile agents can be of mercantile agent agent for buying a land brokers can be non-mercantile agent. So it's an immovable property, or building brokers can be of. Here the word mercantile means buying and selling of movable properties. But when we say non-mercantile, it is buying and selling of immovable goods. So I think all of you understood what I said very clearly. Different kinds of agency. This is very important, very important. You need to write the note of this. General agent, special agent, universal agent. You know what is universal agent? He has unlimited powers. He can do anything on behalf of the principal if the law permits. Then mercantile agency are agency for buying and selling of general goods or movable goods. That can be auctioneers, brokers, and factors. Factors usually will have a possession of the goods. That is basic thing. Then the liquidator agent will take the risk of a default from the any parties. Bankers, when bank do the agency functions, bankers also there. Then commission agent. Then non-commercial agents are agents for buying and selling of immovable properties. So wish you all the best. We will see you in the next class with more videos. Thank you.